Lisa, what are you doing?
I'm just checking out this Necropolis book. How about you?
Oh, I'm just taking this quiz. Are you a complete royal idiot?
You need a quiz to tell you? I can tell you right now.
Lisa, come on!
I'm tired of it. I've been nice to you for the past 8 years here. Let's be realistic.
Well, I don't think that's the kind of quiz it's actually talking about, but think what you want. Hey, what time is it?
Pretty darn close, 9:15. What time are we starting?
Aren't we starting right away?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna finish this quiz. I want to know where I fall in this.
Are you an idiot? Definitely at the top. No questions asked.
Long hair, flowing beards, and mustaches became the hallmark of fashion for men of all ages. Wow. Sorry, hold on, I'm coming. I just was getting some fashion tips.
Hey, you gotta find some more. Right now.
Seriously, like an emergency. Lisa tries any more today. The whole school is
I know.
around.
How are you gonna do this on grad day?
I can't.
Honestly. In a school full of teenagers, we would have clinics readily available. Work.
Oh, there's another one there.
It is hard to find them yet. No, just books. No, binders.
Seriously? We have no proof this can be all things. This is not enough. This is never going to be enough.
I've already gone through one box and everything all day yesterday and last night with Amanda.
I know.
So,
hey, let's check this one.
I don't even know right now.
I know Van Dyne usually has a whole heck of a lot of things too.
Absolutely.
I don't know how they get it all at the beginning of the year. I thought it was supposed to be distributed amongst everybody.
I think she's a hoarder. I think that's where this is. Oh my God. Mother load, we are.
Jackpot.
Hey.
Come on, you guys.
Get it all. Get it.
I know how
I don't know that I'm going to be crying this much, you guys.
Oh, I don't know about that. I watched Titanic with you.
Okay, Nicole, could you want to just bring a cart or something to carry all of this stuff
down? We can load up the cart. We can load it up.
No, but she'll have a trolley thing.
Do you have a trolley? Do you have a trolley? Fantastic. Let's go find it.
Okay, well,
you know what?
Take these
This
and
might
come
be a
back.
good start. This will get me through the first speech. We're good.
Good evening. We would like to extend a virtual welcome to all viewers, especially to the class of 2021 and their guests. We would like to officially open tonight's ceremony with a performance of our national anthem by Charity Clausen, accompanied by Clayton Braybrook. We ask that you please rise and remove your headgear for the playing of O Canada. Thank you, Charity and Clayton. That was a beautiful rendition.
We are very grateful for the opportunity to celebrate the graduates in such a unique way. We weren't sure what our parameters...
Wait. Well, this is embarrassing. Isn't that last year's intro? They're gonna think we didn't put any planning into this.
I mean, really, we were much busier this time around.
Plus, that was Mrs. Reichert's part anyways.
Oh, goodness, you're right. I'm sorry. It just seems like one day has blended into the next for the past year or so. Are we really doing Grad 2021 today? Mm-hmm. And you know what that means? Our babies are also graduating.
And here come the tears. Again. Lisa, you've got to hold it together, at least for a little while. Are you going to be good?
I'm trying.
Okay. We're good. You know, either we did such a good job as MCs last year that they wanted us back.
Or it was so bad that they're giving us one last chance to redeem ourselves.
Kind of like how we give them chances to redeem themselves with tests and assignments.
Well, what about Mrs. Reichert? Did she do better than us? That she got the pass? Or was she so horrible that...
No, it's 2021. She must be taking retirement to the fullest, even though she's not officially retired yet.
Okay, well, we'd better get on with it. We are very honored to have been asked to host the graduation ceremony for this year's amazing group of graduates. We are also thankful to the grad parent committees for their patience and willingness to be flexible in planning, as well as our grad advisors, Heidi Marchant and Devin Van Thyn. Through it all, we have made it to Grad Day, and we must say how stunning you looked.
As your MCs for tonight, let us take a moment to introduce each other. This is Lisa Herman. She teaches high school sciences. She loves to be outdoors and keep herself busy with various outdoor activities.
And this is Amanda Fast, who will also be leaving us in the fall. She teaches high school math, English, and phys ed, and loves to spend time with family and friends and stay active.
We feel privileged to, once again, have been asked to be a part of the celebrations for your special day. We hope that you enjoy the rest of the program.
In lieu of the traditional Grand March, we will introduce our grads to you throughout the program. KCS staff has enjoyed putting together memories of the graduates, and we would like to share those with you tonight. Sheridan Allen. Sheridan is always welcoming with a friendly good morning and lovely smile. She plans to attend the University of Regina in the fall, pursuing biological sciences with hopes of becoming a pediatrician. Kaylee Allen. Kaylee is known for wearing her heart on her sleeve and deeply caring about the well-being of others. Kaylee will be attending Lethbridge College, where she will complete her studies towards becoming a licensed practical nurse.
Gabriel Babcock. Gabriel was a new student at KCS this year. Both quiet and intelligent, Gabe is deservingly proud to show off his accomplishments in the shop. Following graduation, Gabriel plans to join the military as an armored crewman. Colby Belitsky. Colby is a focused and hardworking student who was also a valuable member of the volleyball team. She plans to spend the next year working with her dad's oil company before pursuing a career as an emergency room nurse.
Ashley Benson. Ashley is a quiet, insightful girl who expresses herself through her artistic talents and has recently found her passion for animation. Following graduation, Ashley intends to relocate to Saskatoon with plans to pursue a career in the field of animation. Dustin Bernier. Dustin is known for his cheerful disposition both at school and work, and is always genuinely interested in making conversation about your day. He plans to work in Alberta for a municipal district while saving money and eventually relocating to Japan.
Siobhan Chaluk. Siobhan is always smiling and pleasant and is known as one of the best babysitters in town. Siobhan is planning to work at Saskatoon's Spadina Early Learning Centre while she studies early childhood education at Sask Polytech. Lynn Damasco. Another quiet student, Lynn has done well in both her athletic and artistic endeavors. She plans to move to Edmonton, where she will attend the Vanguard Bible College and work towards a career in youth ministry. Nikolai Delupak. Nick deserves to be recognized by how hard he worked in order to make it to this day. During his time at KCS, we noticed Nick is always sharply dressed and particular in his poses for the camera. We wonder if he secretly aspires to be a fashion model, even though he says he plans to save money before moving to Calgary for flight school.
We now introduce our SunWest board members, Ruth Griffith and Michelle Whitfield, with greetings from the board.
Graduates, you have conquered the 2020-2021 school year, and you have done it well. This year has been different from every year before this, and you will go down in history as being the first. You are the first graduating class to be asked to wear masks and be socially distant from each other, to cope with learning on a level 1 to level 4 sliding scale, to go a whole year with restrictions on team sports and extracurricular activities, just to name a few. And that's a whole lot of firsts. But, like every graduating class, you are also experiencing a number of lasts. It's your last year in the K-12 school system, unless, of course, you might be considering a career that includes SunWest School Division. In any case, you will be experiencing many firsts and lasts in the next few months. It's a good chance to reflect on all the people who have helped to build your lives up to this point, most especially your parents and grandparents, siblings, and other family who have walked with you for the past 18 years. Also, your school and community who have provided you with so many amazing opportunities for learning and growing into the young adult that you are today. We want to offer you our most heartfelt congratulations on behalf of all of us at SunWest School Division.
So happy to share in the excitement of your graduation day, class of 2020-21. You have many firsts like Mrs. Griffith has spoken about. I remember your first day at KCS, the smiles and the excitement in the hallways. Some of you were shy, some were loud, but every one of you were up for the challenges of KCS, like Romeo and Juliet, mice and men, and polynomials. I am sure you will all have fond memories of these subjects. So take that excitement of your first day of grade 9 and put it into your next step of life. You have the drive and dedication to achieve whatever your next challenge is. And remember, you have KCS, SunWest School Division, and your own families behind you, cheering you on and saying you have this. Just stay true to yourself, ask for help when you need it, and remember you have lots of fans cheering you on. You are all amazing people. You are graduating at a tough time, but better days are ahead. Someday you will look back and think, wow, I graduated at the strangest time ever. Congratulations on this major milestone. Best wishes from SunWest School Division for your next adventure in life.
Thank you, Ruth and Michelle.
Ryder Dion. Ryder is a fun character whose unique artistic skills were often displayed on the whiteboard during my Pre-Calc 30 class. Don't be fooled by his quiet nature. Once he's around his friends, he can hold his own in any conversation. Ryder plans to work towards finishing his 4th class power engineering certification. Tegan Elliott. Tegan is a smiling, bubbly young woman with a laugh that can be recognized anywhere. Her hard work as an SLC member will be missed next year. Tegan plans to attend the College of Arts and Science at the University of Saskatchewan.
Colton Fast. Colton is a devoted forward and sports fan. and is someone who shares his infectious passion for basketball with his teammates. He could always be depended on for encouraging them. We will never forget his epic basketball shot and the overwhelming response of the team. In the fall, Colton will be attending school in Swift Current, with plans to work at the local Ford dealership or similar shop while helping out on the farm. Natalie Fleming. Natalie is a very quiet, sweet girl who excels academically. She is often known to sport some fashionable shoes, though it's been said she's willing to rough it camping in a tent as well. Natalie is attending the University of Saskatchewan to pursue a degree in business.
Amelia Furr. Emmy is a quiet girl who could often be found playing an intense game of Uno in the library with her friends. One of our greatest memories of Emmy is when she conquered the climbing wall at Ranger Lake. Emmy plans to continue working while saving up money to travel the world. Ricky Furr. Ricky is a talented actor who also plays a mean crash cymbal. He's got a grin from ear to ear and friendliness for everyone. If anyone needs any kind of help, you can depend on Ricky, guaranteed. Ricky plans to enter the workforce in the fall in order to pursue his dream of traveling the world.
Cameron Galbraith. Although occasionally caught scoping out vehicles online in math class, Cameron has a strong work ethic. He is quiet and soft-spoken, but also has a sly, sarcastic, and fun sense of humor. Cameron plans to work and save money while he figures out his next plan of action. Brittany Gartner. Brittany is known for the ability to turn anything into a conversation, but also for her hustle on the basketball court. Brittany's hard work enabled her to complete her required credits by the end of the first semester. She plans to take the Continuing Care Aid program at Great Plains College this fall. Our graduates are very appreciative of their parents and families for the love, patience, and support they have received over the years. They wouldn't be the fine young people they are without the guidance and influence of those around them. We would like to call on Seth Cron to toast the parents, with a reply by his mom, Christy Cron.
Graduation marks a huge milestone for both parents and kids. It begins a new chapter for both as kids adapt to life after high school and parents adapt to life with empty nests and kids that aren't kids anymore. This milestone offers a great opportunity to look back on all the things parents have done for their kids and properly thank them for it. Thank you to the parents that took time off work and gave up their free time to take us to hockey games, basketball tournaments, music recitals, and dance competitions. Many talents and passions would have gone undiscovered otherwise. Thank you to the parents that volunteered their time to various boards, coach sports teams, or manage various extracurricular activities. So many events wouldn't have been possible if you didn't generously donate your time. Thank you to the parents that moved on and left everything that was familiar so they could give their kids a better life. To the ones that endured countless sleepless nights with crying babies, and the ones that stayed up late to make sure their kids made it home safe. Thank you for helping us with homework when we didn't understand it, and for making sure we always stayed on top of our schoolwork, even though sometimes it was a little much. Most of all, thank you for giving us everything you had to make sure our childhood and adolescence was the best that it could have been. Something that always makes me think of parents are school field trips. Looking back, I realize how trying they must have been for parent chaperones and volunteers. Whether it was the eventful grade 7 field trip to the Regina Science Center, the annual Ranger Lake trip, or even the huge undertaking that was the band trip, dealing with 60 rowdy teenagers that don't stop talking and run off in every direction couldn't have been easy. But you took time off work anyway so that we could enjoy ourselves and exhibited more patience and restraint than I would have thought possible, all so that we could have a fun time. Thank you. Those field trips are some of the best experiences school has to offer and some of my favorite memories. Thank you to all the parents for your dedication, support, and love over the past 18 years. The class of 2021 wouldn't be here without you. To the parents.
It's a puzzle that scientists have been able to put a man on the moon, but have yet to explain how time passes so much more slowly for the young compared to the old. For you, it seems like it has taken forever to reach this milestone in life. Yet for us, your parents, time has flown by. Your first day of school seems like yesterday. Those first steps into independence brought tears to our eyes as we watched you walk into school for the very first time. We felt such pride and happiness as we saw your excitement at finding a new sense of independence and a big new world to discover. But we also felt a little sad that you didn't need us so much anymore. Today feels very much the same as that first day of kindergarten. Thank you for the words of gratitude for the sacrifices some of us have made in leaving everything familiar to start again in a new country so that you would have security and opportunities that life in Canada can offer. For the sacrifices that some of us have made in volunteering to chaperone, coach, manage, or serve on committees so that you could discover your interests, dreams, and talents. The truth is that raising you has been the most difficult, exhausting, frustrating, and sometimes scary thing that we've ever done. It has also been the most important, the most meaningful, the most exciting, and the most joy-filled thing that we have ever done. As you stand on the threshold of adulthood, we are filled with such pride in the people that you have become. Maya Angelou, an American author, once recounted the words of advice her mother spoke to her when she left home as a 17-year-old single mother. Her mother said, "When you cross my doorstep, you have been raised. With what you have learned from me, you know the difference between right and wrong. Do what's right. Know that you will sometimes have to make adaptations in love, friendships, and in society and work. But don't let anyone change who you are. And then remember this, you can always come home." So let's raise our glass to the class of 2021. May life become all you want it to. May your dreams stay big and your worries stay small. May you never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're getting where you're going to, know that you are loved and that you can always come home. To the class of 2021.
Okay, where's the Kleenex box?
It's over there. Thank you, Seth and Christy. Thanks. Brody Gasmo. Brody possesses awesome crossover moves on the basketball court and is remembered for his hustle and inclusiveness in Phys Ed 30 while making sure no classmate is left behind. Brody plans to work on the farm for the time being before pursuing a career as a journeyman electrician. Kaden Gavilan. Kaden is admired for her fashionable sense of style and her commitment to dance while balancing a strong life work ethic, which has not gone unnoticed. Kaden plans to continue working while deciding the career path she'd like to pursue.
Ashlyn Hadland. Ashlyn is recognized for her athleticism and commitment to fitness. Ashlyn is also an eager SLC member who could be counted on to help, regardless of the task. She is never too busy to have a conversation with staff or her peers. Ashlyn plans to attend the College of Arts and Science at the University of Saskatchewan. Tiernan Herman. Tiernan is known for sinking ridiculous three-pointers from the baseline and for his deep thoughts in English class. He will also be known as the only student having the staff Friday snack personally delivered to him by you know who. Tiernan plans to attend the University of Saskatchewan, where he will work towards a Bachelor of Science in Animal Biosciences.
Kaylee Herner. Kaylee is a strong academic student who has the ability to talk a mile a minute. She is an accomplished saxophone player and overall musician who has been recognized as a leader in the band program. Kaylee has varied interests as indicated by her future plans, which include attending the University of Alberta to complete a Bachelor of Science in Psychology while minoring in music, before she works towards becoming an orthodontist. Tylen Hilbig. Oh, Tylen. We've got a lot to say about Tylen, but with his dad being our boss, just kidding. Although we're still not sure if he actually read the book April Rain Tree, Tylen is an accomplished hockey star, known for being adaptable, smiling all the time, and having a friendly disposition, which enabled him to transition between schools with ease. Tylen plans to work while he continues his hockey career by playing for the Kindersley Clippers. Eden Huckabee. Eden came to us this year and has made a strong impression. Let me just tell you, you definitely know when Eden's in the room. She has been a welcome addition to KCS as her personality is always cheerfully boisterous. While we're sure she will miss her time in Kindersley, Eden plans to move to Toronto, where she will be studying animal care at Sheridan College.
Rebecca Kerr. Rebecca is always ready to share a friendly hello and happy to indulge in conversation. She is welcoming to everyone she meets and is always willing to lend a helping hand. Rebecca plans to relocate to Calgary, where she will attend the interior design program at SAIT. Part of our job as educators is to prepare our graduates for life after high school. Some of it may be curriculum-based, some of it not. We would like to call on Kaylee Allen to offer a toast to the staff, followed by a staff reply by Mr. Jordan Halkyard.
Well, for starters, this year has not been easy due to COVID-19, but I would really like to thank all the staff for how hard they have worked to ensure this year is fun, but still safe enough for all of us to attend school and class. Today is a special day. Today we recognize the sacrifices that our teachers have made for us, and today we commemorate those who have taken up the task of educating us and preparing us to start our own lives. Today we honor our staff who have in one way or another played a part in the shaping of who we are and who we are yet to be. I am not going to try to make this speech long and boring, so I will add one of Mr. Butchko's jokes in here. Did you know that elephants are good at hiding in strawberry bushes? Have you ever seen one? If your answer is no, then they must be pretty good at it. In years of adolescence, we are making lifelong friends, but it is our teachers who guide us. How many years have you spent going to a teacher for help? Whether that help is for homework or a helping hand in life, a shoulder to cry on, or a good counsel. At KCS, many of the staff have been more than just teachers to us. They have been mentors, a friend, or a counselor, sometimes even a school parent. They have never failed to be there for us students. You have accepted our failures and have always forgiven us and never turned us away. Although we may be aggravating at times, or all the time, you have never judged us for it. You have always been there to help us with schoolwork, or to even explain an assignment again because we didn't understand. Or most of the time, we just weren't listening in the first place. When we weren't listening in class, Mr. Halkyard would just get this wide-eyed look and would stare at us until we stopped talking. He also used to stand at the front of the class and do this weird side lunge stretches. Or Miss Herman would bring out her meter stick and would slap it down on the desk. That only ever happened about once, because I don't think anyone wanted to push her limits, as we have all seen how aggressive she is with her hole puncher. The only person that ever yelled at us was Mr. Hilbig, but that was always to keep us in line. But anyways, back to the point. The last 4 years have felt like they have gone by so fast, but now here we are ready to graduate. You all challenged us to live up to our dreams and have even helped us discover our paths. Thank you for sharing your time, talent, and knowledge. I would also like to thank Mrs. Friedrichs, Mrs. Pinsman, and Miss Fast as they are moving on to other schools, and Mrs. Riker and Mrs. Oscar Swan as they are retiring. You're all so lucky you got to spend your last year here with the grad class of 2021. Congratulations, and we all wish you the best. Thank you to all the staff for believing in us, even when some of us didn't believe in ourselves, and always helping. You have been all things to us, a friend, a counselor, a mentor, and an educator. You have shown us how to lead our lives as we become our own person. You have given us your love, and we could not ask for more. On behalf of the class of 2021, we all sincerely want to justify your hopes and reach the heights to which you pushed us with all your might. Thank you for everything, and we wish you all the very best for years to come. Please join me in raising a glass to the toast to the teachers of KCS. To the teachers.
Thank you for your lovely words, Kaylee. I am Mr. Hulkyard, and I had the distinct pleasure of teaching this year's grads ELA 30. I'm sure they chose me to speak because of all my hilarious jokes which they always respectfully never laughed at. I first taught this group all the way back in grade 10, and I was a little nervous about it at the time. I was taking over grade 10 ELA after semester 1, and you can never really be sure how a class will respond to a new teacher midway through a school year. I was mentally preparing myself for a bunch of tacks on my chair, my coffee cup being filled with shaving cream, and my entire computer being encased in Jell-O. However, before I came in, I was reassured that this would be a class that I didn't have to worry about, and that couldn't have been more right. This was a class that could always be relied on, whether in the classroom, the field, or on the stage, to step up and give their best. They set an example for future classes to follow, and they have left behind a set of shoes that will be difficult to fill. When I think about this year's group of graduates, I will always remember what a kind and considerate group of young people they are. This is also a credit to their parents and the community that helped raise them. You have molded a group of respectful, courteous, and mature young adults who I'm sure will find success whether they are stepping into higher education or the workforce next year. Whenever I tell people about the students I have here in Kindersley, I am always saying how lucky I am to be able to teach a group of students like this year's grads. They have made coming into school a joy every day, and I look forward to hearing about all the great things they will do in the coming years.
Thank you, Kaylee and Mr. Hulkyard.
Charity Clausen. Charity is an intelligent and diligent worker. She excels in drama and music as a vocalist, pianist, and French horn player. Charity plans to attend Briarcrest College to complete an Associate of Arts degree in Biblical Studies. Seth Cron. Seth is one of those students who is admired by both teachers and coaches. He is also someone whom his classmates look up to, whether it be for his athleticism, passion, or leadership. Seth plans to attend the University of Saskatchewan, completing a Bachelor of Science in Agronomy.
Safana Liepert. Safana is known for her hard work and enthusiasm in all she does. She is passionate about her horses, learning about injustice, and wanting to make the world a better place for everyone. Safana will be attending Olds College, enrolled in the Heavy Machinery Operator program, while apprenticing to become a millwright and traveling to compete in rodeos with her horses. Marcus Lim. Marcus is known for his impressive academic achievements, consistently at the top of his class, and for his leadership contributions to the SLC. Marcus will also be remembered for his unique fashion style and his appreciation for Hulkyard's literary selections. Marcus plans to attend the University of Alberta to complete an honors degree in chemistry, with plans of one day working in a public sector research lab.
Logan Linklater. Logan is an all-around star athlete. We've seen him drop three-pointers on the court and shoot pucks deep into the net. Logan will be continuing his professional hockey career with the Prince Albert Raiders. May Mackey. May is a fun-loving girl who knows when to turn the competition on, especially when it comes to what one wrongly assumes is an innocent game of Uno. May is a skilled softball player and is an artistic and meticulous baker. She plans to continue working before completing the Nuclear Medicine Technology program at SAIT.
Clarence Malagaya. As a crucial member of the KCS basketball team, Clarence wowed us with his vertical. He is a determined student with a great sense of humor and an excellent sense of style. Clarence plans to work before pursuing a degree from the University of Calgary in mechanical engineering. Ralph Marcos. Ralph never fails to flash his infamous peace signs and wide smile for the yearbook photos. Every single time. He was also an important member of the basketball team, dazzling them with his crazy trick shots and genuine kindness. Ralph plans to work before attending post-secondary school in a business administration program.
We would like to call up Blake Sotner for the toast to the graduating class.
Hello, my name is Blake Sotner, and I'm joining you tonight to address my fellow classmates. As a class, we have been through so much, surviving a pandemic, our grad class group chat, and having Herman and Dio fight over all of us for flex time. Even though we started in our different friend groups, I feel like we have really pulled together to give ourselves a few high school memories outside of Zoom calls and team classrooms. Even though we didn't get to have the traditional grade 12 experience, such as having parties and playing sports, we all made the best out of our situation and persevered to get ourselves to this day. This day, we have to say goodbye to our friends and teachers. Some of those goodbyes will be temporary and others not. But as a group here tonight, we are able to celebrate and reflect upon the individual and group memories that we have made, and the brief amount of time that we were connected and spent together. This speech is an especially hard one because we had a year and a half of memories taken away from us. Most of the ones we got to have, like our senior skip day, which we had yesterday, our senior prank, and our slow pitch team are coming after I'm writing this speech. Even though we lost so much because of COVID-19, we did have a few unique experiences, like navigating through online learning, not being able to see our classmates' faces, and some of us sleeping through 9 a.m. calls after playing video games all night because it was the only time we got to talk with our friends. I feel like as a group we were able to gain a whole new perspective on the world, seeing an overwhelming amount of socio-political topics in the palm of our hands and realizing how much social interactions meant to all of us and how much we all meant to each other. Even though COVID has taken so much, we can't let it win. As I write this, I know we would have all put our best into the last 3 weeks together, making the best memories we could. We will carry the memories we have made, whether it was attending senior skip day, participating in our senior prank, or playing slow pitch. As we took our last march in our parade today, I believe we were able to do so with our heads held high, as a unified group, as we have persevered and come through something most people don't experience in their lifetime. I've been deliberating on what I wanted to leave you with as my words of wisdom, how blunt I wanted to be, and how exactly I wanted to say it to you. But I've decided to keep it simple. There is this famous saying that money can't buy happiness, which over the pandemic I have learned to be true. This life has no meaning other than the meaning we give it. So chase your dreams, do what makes you happy, love who and what you want to love, regardless of what others say. Because at the end of it all, it doesn't matter what car you drove or how expensive your house was. What matters is what you've done and left to the world, the people in it, and the love you hold with you along your journey. Please raise your glass and a toast to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Blake.
Chelsea Martin. A diligent and hard worker in the classroom, Chelsea is also an accomplished musician of clarinet, saxophone, guitar, and vocals. She could always be counted on to share her musical talents at TNT. Chelsea is attending the University of British Columbia Okanagan campus to complete a Bachelor of Psychology. Samantha Mathewson. Samantha is another dedicated musician who was always willing to lend a helping hand. Her friendly and fun disposition was matched by her unique Pokemon pants. She will be attending the University of Lethbridge to attain a bachelor's degree in business management. Sam's final goal is to become a chartered general accountant.
Stephen May. Stephen is a dedicated athlete who has been known to beat many teachers to the school in the morning. You could find him on the courts at 8 a.m. and shooting hoops late into the evening. Stephen is attending the University of Alberta to complete an engineering degree, where he may continue his track and basketball exploits. Rylan Nutley. Rylan, also known as Nutter, is known for his friendly demeanor, never failing to offer a good morning to those he passed in the halls. Mr. Worschuk will miss the heck out of him in the shop, and Miss Fast will miss kicking his butt at 21 in phys ed. Rylan plans to work before completing the electrician program in Saskatoon.
John Orion. Don't let John's size fool you. He is an avid, skilled basketball player who proved he was a threat on the court through his three-pointers and hustle. He is also one of the friendliest students who is often cracking jokes and consistently smiling. John plans to complete the animal science program at Olds College, where he hopes to continue playing basketball. Eli Ortman. Eli is also a dedicated member of the basketball team who developed an excellent jump shot over the years. An aspiring musician, Eli dedicates hours to practicing as he takes honing his skills very seriously. His performance at TNT will be missed. Eli's future plans are to attend Vancouver Island University, where he will study psychology and play for their Mariners baseball team.
Jacob Ortman. Whether he was effectively acting as a fill-in junior boys basketball coach for Mrs. Johnson or executing his ridiculous left-handed skyhook, Jacob always had a smile on his face. Jacob plans to attend Vancouver Island University to complete the kinesiology program, where he will also be playing for their Mariners team. Although the scholarships have already been announced, we would like to congratulate all of the recipients.
Evan Pelshay. Evan is an amazing trumpet player whose rendition of the last post during Remembrance Day ceremonies is sure to be missed. Always one to lend a hand when needed, Evan is knowledgeable with technology and will also leave a huge hole as our sound and video man. Evan plans to work for the next year before pursuing his studies as an electrical engineer. Roel Pastano. Roel, a quiet but deadly athlete. He excels in both volleyball and basketball and will especially be remembered for his double pump under the boards. Roel will be attending the University of Saskatchewan, where he will complete a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science.
Alison Ramstad. Alison is quiet and friendly. She's one of those students who is able to focus and get her work done in class, a skill teachers appreciate. Alison's future plans include working for a year before deciding which path to choose. Jillian Rathwell. Jill is who is always wanting to do her best, whether it be through her dance or her academic studies. Jill will be attending the University of Saskatchewan College of Agriculture and Bioresources for Animal Biosciences, with plans to continue in veterinary medicine.
Patrick Santos. Patrick has an undying passion for both the sport of basketball and its style and shoes, as shown by his unreal basketball shoe collection. Patrick wears his heart on his sleeve and always tries his best, wanting to do well in all he does. He is planning to complete a mechanics program in Calgary. Blake Sotner. Blake, a skilled hockey player, also acted as an anchor in the KCS Jazz Band, with his musical talents and sense of rocker style. Never afraid to speak his mind and stand up for what he believes in, he is a great advocate for social justice, which was often expressed through his art and music. Blake is attending the Ontario Institute of Recording Technology to complete the music and sound production program.
Declan Smith. Declan exhibited great strength and style of play in both basketball and football. He is another student who is admired by both teachers and coaches, as he is humble, adaptable, and appreciative. Declan is a strong leader, both as a student and as a teammate. He will be trying out for the Kamloops Bronco football team and will then work before attending university. Reese Strachan. Reese is known for his awesome UK accent and sense of fashion. Reese plans to continue working while saving money for his future endeavors.
We would like to introduce two of our graduates, Ashlyn Hadland and Tegan Elliott, to deliver a toast to the boys.
Good evening, I'm Tegan Elliott.
And I'm Ashlyn Hadland.
When we sat down to write this toast, we started to think about how we will remember the boys in our class. We came up with some predictions and where we think each of them will be in the future. Here's what we came up with.
Ryder, Cam, Tiernan, and Seth will be up to their old antics of completely roasting each other every chance that they get.
While all the other boys are fighting with their receding hairlines, Gabe will still have a full head of hair.
Marcus will take his fashion sense to a whole new level by creating a high-end fashion line called Marcus Lim.
Brody won't just be watching the UFC fight nights, he will be participating in them.
Once COVID is over, Nick will be a pilot flying us to all of our tropical vacation destinations.
Rylan, aka Nutter, will still be wearing his cowboy boots everywhere, but this time he'll have a horse to go with them.
Colton will be working in an auto body shop, and if we have any car problems, we will go to him.
Evan will be touring around with Miss Oscar Swan every Remembrance Day to perform the last post.
Blake will still be growing his hair out and will be the lead guitarist in his own band.
Declan, Patrick, Roel, Prince, John, Stephen, and Clarence will be the Canadian version of the Harlem Globetrotters.
We will be watching Trey on his very own hunting show called Tough Times, where he takes us on all of his hunting and fishing adventures.
Logan will still be hanging out in the distance lab with Dio, trying to finish his Life Trans 30.
Dustin will be providing us with all of our late night snacks at McDonald's.
Ricky and Reese will be living their lives while Miss Coles tries and tracks them down to finish their bio project.
The Ortman twins will be living out all of their baseball dreams.
Tylen will be on his 26th car after totaling the first 25.
Josh will take his smarts and put it towards making a video game. To the boys of the class of 2021, no matter where you all end up, we know you will all be doing great things. Thank you for all the laughs, memories, and good times throughout the years. Please join us in raising a glass to the boys of the class of 2021. To the boys.
Can we keep that?
Thank you, Ashlyn and Tegan.
And now we will call upon Trey Tufts and Rylan Nutley to also share in toasting the girls of the class.
Hi, everyone. We'd just like to start off by introducing ourselves. I am Rylan Nutley. And I'm Trey Tufts. We both grew up in the graduating class of 2021, and we'd like to give a big thanks to the girls for making it the best years of our lives. First off, we'd just like to say how nice you all look with your fancy dresses and perfect hair. But unfortunately, you'll never have as luscious locks as Blake. We have had countless amount of memories with the girls, some being bad, but most being good. The girls listening to this is probably thinking the opposite of that. It seems like nothing has changed. We still disagree all the time and argue, except for when they're helping us with our homework, which really means them just giving us the answers. A lot of things have changed. Instead of the girls chasing all the boys at recess, now they just chase the ones good at hockey, Tylen and Logan. And all jokes aside, the girls have been there with us through the good times and the bad times. Always there for us when we've had a few too many apple juices, if you know what we mean. Or when we needed someone to cheer us on for our sporting events, even if that meant we were the losing team.
I know all of us boys are proud of you for getting through this tough senior year. We never would have imagined what it would have been like without you guys pushing us to our max potential and being by our side, whether it was getting done our homework or telling what we were doing or telling us what we were doing in class, because as usual, we weren't paying attention. So we'd like to give a toast to the girls, and we wish everyone the best in their future. We know each and every one of you will do great things.
Thank you, Trey and Rylan.
Abigail Sumac. Abby, a dependable member of the drama team, is quiet in the classroom, always wanting to focus on getting things done so that she can get back to her reading. Her future plans include working for a year before determining her next chapter. Jillian Torrens, with impressive athletic skills both on the volleyball and basketball courts, as well as the track and ice, Jill has a passion for everything she does, as well as a genuine kindness about her. Her hard work ethic and willingness to help others will be missed by her teachers and especially the KCS Student Leadership Council. Jill plans to complete a Bachelor of Science in Biology at the University of Alberta, with hopes to pursue a career as either a radiation therapist or pharmacist.
Tia Townsend. Tia is a serious student who has outstanding musical talents. She can always be counted on to help and follow through with things being done in the band room. Tia plans to attend the University of Alberta to complete a Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. Letitia Trihuba. Letitia is a friendly and secretly hilarious student. She also has some strong badminton skills, and her height paid off on the volleyball court. Letitia plans to work for a year, then complete a biology degree at Medicine Hat College before furthering her education in marine biology at UBC.
Yasmin Tubana. Yasmin is such a pleasant and studious student who is recognized for her beautiful smile and strong work ethic in the classroom. She plans to attend the University of Saskatchewan's nursing program. We know she will make a fantastic nurse. Trey Tufts, an avid hunter. If school wasn't in, it was guaranteed Trey would be at the lake hunting or fishing. He has a true kindness about him and is recognized for his incredible growth, both as a student and, well, he grew. Trey plans to continue working before moving to complete training in carpentry or another trade.
Joshua Vilhauer. Josh is never one to shy away from challenges, one to always show grit, determination, and perseverance in his classes. Josh plans to attend the University of Saskatchewan, obtaining a Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, with hopes of one day becoming a doctor. Carly Wallenhaw. Carly is a determined student who persevered through her challenges despite knowing it wouldn't be easy. She has an entrepreneurial spirit and will be successful in what she sets her mind to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, that completes our introductions of the class of 2021. We think they deserve a big round of applause. I'm sure your parents would agree with us that it's so hard to believe you guys are graduating. It seems like just yesterday we were anticipating your arrival with fear and excitement. Funny how now with all of you going out on your own, we're experiencing the same feelings.
Are you going to brush your teeth?
Eat properly?
And study when we're not there to remind you?
To shower and put on deodorant?
To call us?
Grads, don't forget to call to let us know everything is okay. For most of you, 2003 was the year you made your entry into this world.
So we thought we'd share a few tidbits that were happening in the world at that time.
Canada's Prime Minister was Jean Chrétien, while George W. Bush was President of the USA.
The Human Genome Project was completed with 99% accuracy.
Top 100 songs of the year included those by Beyoncé,
Matchbox 20,
Kid Rock,
and Evanescence. Popular movie releases in 2003 were Finding Nemo,
The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King,
Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl,
and The Matrix Reloaded.
Popular TV shows included CSI, American Idol, Friends, The Apprentice, and ER.
America's Next Top Model debuted on TV.
Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, the fifth book in the series, was released.
Gas prices were around 75 cents a liter, and it only cost you about $3 to buy 4 liters of milk.
And Apple came out with iTunes. Continuing along,
our guest speaker was chosen by our grads because of the connections he has made with all of them through the years. He is known as the official guest teacher of KCS. When he walks in the room, kids know it's going to be an enjoyable class. He is loved by both the students and staff for his energy and enthusiasm for teaching and life in general. We are happy to introduce the guest speaker for the class of 2021, Mr. Ryan Street.
Good evening, class of 2021, parents, teachers, and distinguished guests. I'd like to start by first saying what an honor it is to be here to speak to you tonight. It has been a privilege to watch you all grow over the years into the young people before me. Just look at them all. We have national award winners, star athletes, and vastly creative minds. Being a guest teacher for this class on several occasions, I know from experience there is no limits to the ways in which this class will try to get out of doing an assignment. And they often start with, "Mr. Street, can you tell us a story?" The funny part is, it works every time. There are also the student leaders attending national conferences all across Canada, talented musicians, and finally, the up-and-coming TikTokers. Just remember, kids, memory fades, but the internet is forever. Firstly, I want to take a moment to commend each and every one of you for graduating tonight. The last year and a half has been one of the greatest life-changing events in our current history, and the challenges you have all had to endure as a result are far beyond that of a normal school year. Yet every one of you has had the courage and the drive to persevere through it all, adapting to this strange new world we have found ourselves in and coming out of it stronger than yesterday. It is with the greatest admiration that I stand before you, and I am so proud of all of you. Tonight, my students, I would like to talk to you about a couple of ideas I think will help you to live a full and happy life. Over the last 18 months, our world has faced so much turmoil and been divided on so many issues. World-changing events often bring out the best and worst of humanity, and especially during these times, we must remember some simple truths. Kindness. A key to finding happiness in life is to always remember to be kind to one another. This idea is hammered into your brain from the time you are a baby, but ironically, can be one of the first things we forget when we face hardships. In this day and age of social media, it is so easy to spout hurtful rhetoric and make a shady comment on a post. The anonymity of social media makes it easy for us to be less accountable for our actions. What we fail to recognize is that these actions can have major consequences for others and can completely invalidate a person's life. Kindness is the antithesis of hate and indifference. Where hate will tear a person down, kindness will build them up, yourself included. Furthermore, Being kind is not just about telling your friends how much you love them. Kindness to strangers and those in need are some of the most powerful displays of it. Random acts of kindness are so unbelievably powerful, they can transform a person's entire day, year, and possibly life. It does not even have to be a big thing. Just telling a random person something you like about them can have a monumental effect on them. I mean, who wouldn't want a random person coming up to them in the frozen food aisle at the grocery store being like, "Hey girl, you are looking fierce today, mama." Well, maybe that's just how I would do it, but you know, you do you. Putting that positivity out into the world will only ever make it a better place. And not only will it lift others up, it will lift yourself up too. Like my mama always said, it costs you nothing to be kind, and it pays out in diamonds. Lastly, I would like to talk to you about what I feel to be the most important key to finding happiness. You must live your truth and love yourself. Now that might sound like the biggest pageant answer in the history of speeches, but you will come to realize there is nothing more important than living your life authentically. Anyone can be anyone they want to be, but it takes great courage to be the person you are. When you live as your authentic self and show the world who you truly are, that is when people fall in love with you. We live in a society that is obsessed with presenting an image of ourselves to the world that is enhanced. Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, all have 1,000,001 filters designed to make us look younger, thinner, fix the imperfections of our skin, but most importantly, to make us look absolutely crazy. And we aren't fooling anyone. No one is looking at my Instagram story going, "Oh my God, Mr. Street looks amazing. Those puppy dog ears really bring out the color of his eyes." Category is middle-aged and trying too hard. And we're all guilty of it. I mean, who hasn't felt the need for a few cosmetic touch-ups? We feel this insurmountable pressure to present to the world the best of ourselves. Ironic, isn't it? We are so worried about people seeing our faults that we create these barriers to protect ourselves from rejection and criticism. But by doing this, we do not truly allow people into our lives. What we fail to realize is the rough and jagged parts of ourselves is what makes us who we are. The imperfections make us human, and it is the human part of people we fall in love with. Allowing yourself the freedom to be who you are is one of the hardest things you will ever do in your life, but it is also the most rewarding. It will allow you to form genuine, meaningful, and powerful relationships that will get you through the best and worst moments in your life. Now, there will always be people who come into your life that will try to tear you down and make you think that who you are is not good enough. They will pop up from time to time, sometimes when we are at our best, and sometimes when we are at our lowest. However, a wise person once told me, the greatest prison we live in is the fear of what other people think of us. I want each and every one of you, every day, to look in the mirror and say, "This is me, and I am enough." If you can do that, you will find happiness in this game we call life. Congratulations, class of 2021. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the happiness in the world. Good night.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
It now gives us great pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2021, Marcus Lim.
Good evening to the teachers, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, to my fellow graduates, the Kindersley Composite School class of 2021. To be completely transparent, I initially struggled a lot with planning this speech. I wasn't sure how to start or what to include since there was just too much to express. So, I did what any other high school student would do in times of need. I went online and searched how to write valedictorian speech on Google. Immediately, I was met with the do's and don'ts. The results, which were not very helpful, told me to avoid writing cliche phrases like, "We are all one big family," or "We will always look back on these days." However, as worn down as they are, I believe that there's absolutely nothing wrong with what these expressions are saying. The truth is, we will look back on these days. Although some of us would do it in a fond way, others will rather reminisce with a hint of disdain due to the disappointing circumstances in which we had to go through for our senior year. Throughout the entirety of our high school experience, we have had good times and trials together. The arguments and discussions that we shared with each other have helped us grow into who we are and exposed our minds to new perspectives. We have learned to work with other people, to contribute to the community, and to become members of society. The long hours of studying for tests and finals, the procrastination of doing a major project the night before it's due, the drama between each other, the laughter within one another, are all things that we will remember in the future and think, high school was kind of a weird roller coaster. Just like little seedlings that turned into beautiful plants, we were nurtured and tested by both this school and one another. I would also like to celebrate our own individual strengths and talents. Sure, I'm delivering this valedictorian address because I have a high academic average, but that doesn't mean that I'm the best person out of everyone in this class. As I thought about every graduate in our class, I realized that there is so much potential for each and every one of us to be successful in our future paths. I see future doctors, musicians, first responders, business owners, farmers, professional athletes, and many more, in which I can confidently say that this class is bound for some seriously great things up ahead. The reason why I say this comes from our class's strong character values of resilience and tenacity. Despite multiple difficulties and challenges that come our way, we remain strong and determined to do everything that we desire to do. Since the start of the pandemic, the mental health of most of us have declined and deteriorated, especially because we felt that the world was being extremely unfair towards us. We experienced significant burnout. Still, we held our heads up high and kept going. We chose to walk the hallways of KCS even when we wanted to stay home. We chose to go to our classes and listen to our teachers even when sometimes we disagreed with them. We chose to learn even when we just wanted to drop everything and cry. We chose to bounce back from every mistake, overcome adversities, and work diligently towards getting our diplomas, and that makes all the difference. That is why I believe that we will ultimately achieve our goals, whatever they may be. To our teachers, mentors, coaches, parents, and the entire school administration, we would not have been able to achieve greatness without your help and inspiration. You have given us opportunities to figure out who we are and what we want to become. You have granted us the courage and bravery to do what we seek to do, the knowledge needed in order to become successful after high school, and the confidence in marking our spots as one of the greatest classes in KCS history. Our success is your success, and for everything that you have done for us, we, as the class of 2021, thank every single one of you. A special mention and thank you goes to Miss Herman, our physics and chemistry teacher, who is one of the teachers in KCS that have created meaningful teaching relationships with their students. You are a real one, as they say. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude towards my mom and dad. Without their greatest efforts in inspiring me and supporting me in whatever I do, I would not have become the person that I am today. I hope I made both of you proud. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Fellow graduates, my advice for you is to create your own destiny and follow your dreams. To follow the road not taken is to create something new, to take risks, and most importantly, to innovate. In my opinion, our class has the right tools and capabilities to make some real changes for the future generations. Tools like resourcefulness, creativity, fortitude, and fierce determination. Let us all leave a wonderful and purposeful trail for others to follow. So let's celebrate the new experiences, opportunities, and relationships to come among many others. Let us all look forward to working towards a happy and content life. a life in which we could say that all of our hard work has paid off. Bumps and obstacles in the roads are inevitable, but wherever you may be or whatever you may be doing, I hope you take comfort in the fact that you have once survived the beautiful yet confusing chaos that we call high school. So move on to your new adventures, take on whatever comes at you, and remember to believe in your own individuality, for truly being yourself despite everyone's objections is the greatest personal accomplishment. Congratulations to the class of 2021, and I hope you all do well in your future endeavors.
Thank you, Marcus.
Before we end the evening, we would like to share the Cobra footprint of the class of 2021.
Our staff spent countless hours having a lot of fun and laughs putting this bonus feature together for you. We hope that you enjoy it too.
Sheridan leaves her sweet giggle to Maddie McPhee.
Kaylee leaves her empathetic nature and care for others to Juliet Thomas.
Gabe leaves his automotive skills to Tyson Friesen.
Colby leaves her strong study skills to her sister Carmen.
Ashley leaves her quiet nature and talent for art to Monica Allen.
Dustin leaves his list of excuses to Ben Ortman.
Siobhan leaves her polite and sweet disposition to Caitlin Malagaya.
Lynn leaves her beautiful study notes to Howard Kubik.
Nick leaves his interest in flying to Conrad Bevan.
Ryder leaves the smoke behind his skates to Colby Kazicki.
Tegan leaves her fun-loving personality to her brother Kaden.
Colton leaves his responsibility of filling the vending machine to Dennis Thomas.
Natalie leaves her ability to be late to first period to her brother Charlie.
Emmy leaves her interest in the military to Ashton Carberry.
Ricky leaves his friendliness and beaming smile to Aaron Tolentino.
Cam leaves his cool car to the next cool parking lot crew.
Brittany leaves her strong will and grit to Madison Wolfram.
Brody leaves his inclusiveness and huge heart to Jace Sawatsky.
Kaden leaves her passion for dance to Kenzie Vold.
Ashlyn leaves her stylish clothes and bright personality to Annika Gurman.
Tiernan leaves his sneaky three-point shot to Gabe Esto.
Kaylee leaves her mile-a-minute conversational skills to her brother Dorian.
Tylen leaves his goal-scoring abilities to his brother Ethan.
Eden leaves her French flashcards for the next student to excel in French 10.
Rebecca leaves her skills at Just Chicken to Jacob Trihuba.
Charity leaves her award-winning music skills to Trinity Long.
Seth leaves his Cron family farm hat to Miss Herman so she doesn't have to attempt to make her own for Twin Day next year.
Safana leaves her cowboy attire to Bryce LeClaire.
Marcus leaves his graphic design skills to the entire student body with this year's yearbook cover he created.
Logan leaves his unfinished assignments, well, unfinished.
May leaves her softball slugger skills to Rowan Dimitrov.
Clarence leaves his awesome sense of style and vertical to new KCS basketball recruits.
Ralph leaves behind his crazy circus shots in basketball to his brother Russell to use for the next 3 seasons.
Chelsea leaves behind her guitar and beautiful singing voice to Jordan Gilmore.
Sam leaves her sense of fashion to Allie Babcock.
Stephen leaves his ease of getting to school early to Miss Fast, who is always rushing.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's you too.
Hey, no, that's Tiernan. That's not me. Not me making myself.
I don't know. Rylan leaves his amazing volleyball linesman skills to Mr. Butchko, who could use a few pointers.
John leaves behind his speed and three-point shot to Aiden San Andreas.
Eli leaves his neon green Vans behind for the next big shooter at KCS.
Jacob leaves behind his crutches and sling to haunt the KCS gym. Evan leaves his tech skills and keys to the sound room to Orion Messer.
Roel leaves his unreal vertical to Gabe Esto.
Allison leaves her quiet, calm demeanor to Angel Debut.
Jillian R. leaves her love of tap dancing to Georgia Johnson.
Patrick leaves his awesome basketball shoe collection to Brennan Say.
Blake leaves his black toque to Kylene Trehorn.
Declan leaves behind his crazy athletic ability to Matthew Livingston to use for the 2022 football and basketball seasons.
Reese leaves behind his Adidas tracksuits to Sean Pauletz.
Abby leaves her love of reading to her sister Beth.
Jill leaves her ability to excel in sports and academics to Caitlin Perlinger.
Tia leaves her ability to carry 2 instruments to school to Jill Dobbin.
Letitia leaves her badminton talents to Jason Guan.
Yasmin leaves behind her accounting skills to the next crew of accounting hopefuls.
Trey leaves his morning Tim's runs to Ty Borgel. Not that he needs extra help with that.
And Josh leaves his knack of overcomplicating things to Peter Ralph.
Carly leaves her strong personality to her cousin, Amy.
Before we conclude our program, we would like to extend a few thank yous to some important people and groups that helped make tonight happen.
Thank you again to the Parent Committee for their contributions to the grad festivities of 2021.
And once again, we would like to thank Ms. Marchant, Mrs. Van Thyn, Mr. Hilbig, and Mrs. Friedrich for the time you spent creating a grad day that was memorable and special for our students.
We would also like to extend a special thanks to our graduates and their families for their endless patience in this year full of uncertainty. And specifically to the families, thank you for raising such fine young men and women.
Congratulations to our graduates. You are an amazing group of young people.
We will miss your presence in the hallways next year. We wish each of you much health, happiness, and success in your futures. Okay, Lisa, grab the Kleenex box.
The days go slow, but the years come fast. Should've listened when they said it doesn't last. They say to take as many pictures as you can, but in all of mine, my face is covered by my hands. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel right now. Put a smile on my face while I'm in front of the crowd. You know that retrospect, it's such a fickle thing, but you always said I got a smile that can't hide anything. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm leaving home, and I know that you can't follow. can't we just pretend till tomorrow? Tomorrow. Just don't make me say goodbye yet. Just don't make me say goodbye. Dressing up in all our fancy clothes. Mama's tearing up, she keeps blowing her nose. Your first day of school, she wept the same way. We look just a little bit taller now, I'd say. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm leaving home. And I know that you can't follow. But can't we just pretend till tomorrow? Tomorrow. Just don't make me say goodbye yet. Just don't make me say goodbye. I'll pin a flower to your chest. You'll wrap the matching one around my left wrist. We both pretend that we don't count the days that we've got left. I don't know where you're going, but you're leaving home. And I know that I can't follow. But can't we just pretend till tomorrow? Tomorrow. I won't make you say goodbye yet. I won't make you say goodbye. If you don't make me say goodbye yet. If you don't make me say goodbye. Days go slow, but the years come fast. Should've listened when they said it doesn't last. They say to take as many pictures as you can. But in all of mine, my face is covered by my hands. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel right now. Put a smile on my face while I'm in front of the crowd. You know that retrospect, it's such a fickle thing. But you always said I got a smile that can't hide anything. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm leaving home. And I know that you can't follow. Can't we just pretend till tomorrow? Tomorrow. Just don't make me say goodbye yet. Just don't make me say goodbye. Dressing up in all our fancy clothes. Mama's tearing up, she keeps blowing her nose. Your first day of school, she wept the same way. We look just a little bit taller now, I'd say. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm leaving home. And I know that you can't follow. But can't we just pretend till tomorrow? Tomorrow. Just don't make me say goodbye yet. Just don't make me say goodbye. I'll pin a flower to your chest. You'll wrap the matching one around my left wrist. We both pretend that we don't count the days that we've got left. I don't know where you're going, but you're leaving home. can't follow. But can't we just pretend till tomorrow? Tomorrow I won't make you say goodbye yet. I won't make you say goodbye. If you don't make me say goodbye yet. If you don't make me say goodbye.